Cue the intro. John Lapulse, John B. That's me. I'm gonna do a little project, little pickup, and a little live action restoration. Been working on that's the back side of water, back side of my shower. The knob's up here. The drain is right there. Goes into it's a 90, and it's just a dead end. And then there's brass from here to here that goes to a PVC. And then right here is like a T. It's like that way. Instead of down, it's like this. And the drain comes out of the tub to the drain. Well, it was leaking right out of the tub. And I was like, I got the PVC loose. So I was lucky. But I couldn't get the brass loose. My channel locks weren't big enough. But right about there is the overflow for the tub. And it just screws. And I went on the inside, and it's a Phillips screw. Take the cover off. And then 2 flatheads. Took it off, so then I took the whole piece off, and then there was a rubber around the overflow. That like, poof, done. I got that copper off, the brass off. I couldn't break it loose. The whole thing was clocked. It was all twisted. I could tell whoever did it themselves. But I couldn't get it apart, so I took some sandpaper to clean off the brass. It was nice and smooth and shiny. Wiped it up, and then I went around 8 times with Teflon tape. Teflon also works good on loose limbs. Teflon taped it. I started the PVC on the bottom. I held it in place, and since it was cockeyed, on one side the screws, I put 3 washers in it, so whenever it tightened up, it wasn't so cockeyed, it was straight. Tightened them up, and I went in, and I had to hold it into the drain because it was just a pressure fit. It was just pressure fit. So then I held it, and she screwed it, and then I ran the water, let it warm up. It was little drips. I went around the end of the shower and tightened those 2 screws up, just a little, working it back and forth. I was letting hot water run so it warms up the fittings to make it more happy. Make the molecules like move a little faster and make them a little easier to work with. Tightened it back up. Checked it again. There's a couple drips, but I'm sure it'll crustate itself over time. But the last time I ran it, I'm going to keep it open today so I can keep my eye on it. But that was that. But yesterday, went to Vincent's, went to go see Beetle guys. But I wanted to stop at, there's a little antique store, a vendor mall. It's in an old furniture gallery. So there's 2 floors and an elevator, like a big commercial freight elevator. There's one booth. The guy's slowly but surely. But I was after some figures for my Death Star thing that you held that had the big gun and the red and the white. I want a Vader, and I need a commander. I got a Death Squad guy. I had 2 Death Squad guys, but I put 1 Death Squad guy in. I needed a Vader and like a couple commanders. But in his cabinet, he had some figs, and there's 10. I promise. I got the stickers here. Well, first I noticed on the top level we had some Joes. But I got, Star Wars. That Death Star droid, $10. And he is like pretty. And this arm does not like move. So I'm not even gonna mess with it. And it's, but And his legs, he can only goose step it a little bit. But his little on his shoulders is rubbed. $10. I thought about using a Sharpie and touching up his eyeballs, but I ain't sure yet. So I got him for 10. And then there's a Vader in there. It's upside down. And I couldn't read this tag. So I had him get in the cabinet as Vader. 20 bucks. They had masking tape on the side of his cloak. His cloak's in like really good shape. The collar was up. I got fixed for that. But I noticed in the top, whereas Joe's were, I recognize that guy right there. I noticed his little, I don't know if it's dirt or 5 o'clock shadow, but heavy metal Mauler driver, $10. $10. I thought he was kind of fairly rare figure, so whoever had him at Mauler, he's loose. He's got a rubber. I'll probably touch him up. I have a Mauler. I have all the tan parts. It's just missing the black parts, which are the most expensive. And there's battery issues, battery compartment issues. So I'm gonna fix him up. I ain't worried about his knees so much, but I do want to put a ring on him. Okay, so what am I gonna do first? I'm gonna do Vader first. His cape's in good shape. It's like really good shape. He had that Scotch tape. This got a rip on it. Vinyl cape. Electrical tape. And if this stuff was a little thicker, if you could get like wide sheets, it is like a perfect replacement. It's just, it has sticky on the back. This is good stuff. So I'm going to touch that cape up with black electrical tape. But I just don't know which side I'm gonna. Hello. Yeah, that's about as low as I can get it. I'll put one pod in front. I'm gonna cut me some off and try to figure out what I think about it, and I can always trim off what I need. Cuts with scissors real easy. If you're good, you can just rip it, but it's not as good as PTFE10. So I think in good shape. A lot of residue. A lot of residue. I think I'm not gonna fold it over or nothing. Oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna try to get that part. I need to cut the other one. I'm walking on. Yeah, think of that. I just did the one side. I don't know if I'm gonna flip the collar back over or not, but I mean, that is pretty good stuff if you ask me. Black, you never know it. So that's the inside, and I'll be on the back of the collar. So I'm gonna throw this on him real quick, see what happens. Yeah, it's the right side. I think it's just from the, yes, I'm pretty sure. It's stressed. It seems faded, but feeling it. That's gotta be original. I bet he's a. I bet he's a later '83 release. Let's go this one. Should I put his collar up or leave it down? I don't want to tear that new. I got it. I get it popped in his shoulders. Just swing his arms back down. I don't know. Oh, do we like it with the collar up? Should I go ahead and pop it down? Go ahead and pop it down. Yeah, I like it. I like it over his shoulders. There you go. Electrical tape, like electrical tape. Here. I'm thinking quite folds the same, but I don't think this cape's been down like that much. I think it got ripped from just taking it off. I don't know what's wrong with kids. Put his hilt back. His hilt is very straight and his arms got crook in it. I can get that up a little bit. Yeah, there she goes. Let's try to keep his arm up. Yeah, I just keep his arm up. Okay, so there's him done. Alright, I don't know. I want to try to touch up his eyeballs. I don't think it hurt anything. Hey, what do I got? I got a Sharpie. I know that's one. I'm gonna get real carried away. There's one you be able to see it that he has a black eyeball. From a distance, they just doesn't kind of look like a mutant fish guy or something. Like, really, who's gonna get up, that close and look at a guy? I'm gonna touch his shoulder up. Let dry. I'll try not to rub him. Maybe, sort of. I don't know, but after that project, I was ready for a break. But I wanted to get me some videos down. It's been a while. Watched the extended version of Fall Guy because the regular version is behind a paywall still, but I'm like, it needs all the hour and a half. 2.5 hours, and they cut it down to an hour and 45. I was like, that's a lot of stuff to cut out. So it's like, try to put him down here. Too much coffee and I smoke. I got both hands shaking. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, I'm blacking it up. So now, I got him. And what do I need for him? I need to get a paper towel. I got Q-tip. Stanley screwdrivers. And I got these. The ones that are like the exact work for the O-ring, I used them up already. But these are thick. These are like twice as thick as you need. So that makes them stronger. And that'd probably take them longer to rot. So I've been using this size. It's not gonna stretch it out, so it's thick enough that it'll hold its place, more. So we got the Stanleys, and I'm gonna use that Q-tip to clean out his screw hole. And then, yeah, it's rusty. I can get me a tissue somewhere, rub off that rust. I just kind of, usually if you twist his head a couple times, then the rest of him will pop out. Let's see what kind of, yeah. If it's not broke, it looks like that. That's like the top of the torso. It has this nice, gentle curve, but this crotch area is just a fish hook, So, see, it's been out. Yeah, all those screws are. I gotta get me a paper towel. They're just right there.